right, everyone, welcome in. It's going to be a good time here with this. I can feel it. We are joined here for what's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of people on stage. It's another Wayside Furniture, Blind & Sons Studio C session for Summit members, and joined by a local act here who is part of, 3 days into this world tour, the Sirak Band, joining us here with our Summit members in attendance. And this is all led by one of our favorite people here at the Summit FM, and that is Gary Sirak, one of our former board members and big supporters of this radio station. Ladies and gents, how are you today? Good to have you.
Great.
Doing well.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Gary, I'll start with you. Could you introduce everyone on stage, if you would, please?
Sure. Jeff Hoffman, Paul Umbaugh, Charlie Morgan, Jim Shepis, Maria Ferrante Shepis, and Mark Hoffman. Hoffman
And,
brothers, husband, wife, and we're not married.
Well, we got a lot going on up here. Let's start with a song. What do you guys have for us first here?
We're going to do If My Money Talked, which was the first song that we did. Would you like to talk about it?
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you a story. 7th grade, I changed schools. I went to this new school, Middle Branch Junior High. And in the 7th grade, they bring everybody together in the choir room, and they're trying to figure out their Christmas choir. So they set probably 150 of us up on bleachers, risers. And we start singing. The choir director walks over, points at me, and says, I want you to hum. I don't know any of these kids. It's like devastating. And then about 2 songs later, she walks over and says, just mouth the words. True story. And that killed any desire I ever had in my whole life to sing. I mean, that lady just buried me. But I look at this and I think to myself, her name was Miss Define, and all I can say is...
Love it.
Screw you, Miss Define.
Hence, we're going to rock this one out. If my money talked, what secrets would it tell? Am I cruising into heaven or sliding into hell? Spending time earning nickels and dimes when instead I should be living my prime. Money is funny, too much is a crutch. If I don't have enough, then I'm down on my luck. Clothes and cars and women in bars, buying big boy toys and loud guitars.
Money's funny.
It'll come and go.
Money's funny.
What will I have to show?
Money's funny.
The secrets it would tell.
Money's funny.
If my money talks, play, 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 play. The money rolls in and the money rolls out. I keep looking around, wondering what it's all about. Some nights I dream I'd be rich forever, but other nights I wake up in your terror, and I think to myself that
Money's funny.
bucks in my pocket,
Money's funny.
bills in my purse.
Money's funny.
Without it, would I be?
Money's funny.
There's no words. Opals and gems, silver and gold won't do a darn thing for you when you get too old. While you're walking down the street, so finely dressed, will anyone myself that
Money's funny.
it can be so cruel.
How come nobody?
Taught me that in school.
Money's funny.
Hidden things it will tell.
Money's funny.
Isn't it a crime? Oh, oh, oh.
These are just funny.
Secrets it would tell. Oh, oh, oh.
These are just funny.
The secrets it will tell. Oh, oh, oh.
These are just funny.
The secrets it would tell. Oh, oh, oh.
These are just funny.
If my money talks.
So, Chad, there's a little context about how this all started, and it is all Gary Sirak wrote these lyrics.
I was just going to say, that's the G Sirak Band and that song, If My Money Talked. New album, Electric Lemonade, available now. And I was going to ask that question, you guys. Gary, you're with a familiar friend here, Jim over here. But you got a bunch of talented musicians around you. How did this all come together? How did you meet all these folks?
Well, I didn't, but Jim and Maria did. And so this all happened. So I like to write stuff. I've written books. I've written poetry since I was a kid. And literally college took classes writing. That's why I was an English major. So I always thought I was writing lyrics, and I'd give them to my musician friends, and they'd say, oh, these are great, and then they'd throw them away. So I never heard back from anybody. And I gave them to Jim and Maria because I knew they did some stuff, and they said, oh, these are interesting. And then about 2 months later, on a Sunday night, I'm sitting home, and I get an email from Maria, and it says, push button, play loud. And it was that song. And I just went, wow. I had tears, smiles, all that stuff. It was way
so
cool.
cool, Chad. So some of you know Gary. He's an author, and he's a financial advisor in the Canton, Akron area. And he's an author. He's written 3 books. So because these 2 of the books, the first one and the third one, is what made all this happen. So first book is called If My Money Talked.
Right.
The second book, third book, is How to Retire and Not Die. And it's not about money.
Right.
You know, it's about if you're going to retire to something, not from something. And the 2 better have some passion, purpose, and a plan behind it. Otherwise, not a good outcome.
Sure. Ask
Joe Paterno and Bear Bryant.
Yes.
So in his third book, he has a wish list concept that it's a bucket list, but he calls it a wish list. And in that wish list was, he's a poet, a lyricist, and he would love to have a rock and roll song.
Just one.
Just one. And I said, you mean that? And he said, yes, give me those lyrics. And they came to us, and Maria conscripted Paul Umbach, and that's how the whole thing started. And one song turned into
Excellent Lemonade.
A full album. Well, there you go. That's a good origin story right there. But yeah, just curious though, like you got all these other musicians up on stage with you here. How did you meet everyone else?
Well, literally, I met Paul because Paul was helping write. He organized all the music, and he and Maria and Jim were very good friends. And then the Hoffman brothers are very good friends of Jim and Maria. They're from Pittsburgh. And then Paul brought in Charlie Morgan, who happens to be from England and now Nashville. By the way, Charlie is pretty amazing. He drummed for Elton John. How many years, Charlie? 13 years. Also,
Really?
The band Orleans, he was in that for 20 years. Paul has actually produced Madonna and Backstreet Boys and a whole bunch of people.
Wow.
And then I'm up here doing, what the hell am I doing here?
Well, gosh, that's a pretty good crew you got there, Gary. Not too shabby. And it all sounds great. That was a great rendition. That first song we did there. How about we do another one? What do you guys have for us next here?
So this is Flat Tire. Gary, what's it about?
Don't get flat tires. No, it started out on a really melancholy day, and it just was one of those days. It was gray out, and for some reason I'm sitting there looking out the window, and words start coming. So I start writing them down, and it was interesting. You'll hear how the song changes.
There's a plot twist.
Plot twist.
Well, I woke up this morning before the start of day, and wondering if it'll be different in some sort of way. But as the sun peeks through the clouds, our thoughts become so clear and loud. I'm looking for purpose, passion and plan, feeling connected to an amazing land. 'Cause I'm in this universe and my place in life. I'm not sure of where I'm headed or if I have the right time. But sometimes it feels like a cloudy day. Sometimes it seems like I lost my way. Sometimes it seems like the car won't drive. Maybe just a flat tire. This is the question from where I stand, thinking maybe if you don't have plans, we can fill the tire together. Let's drive, drive forever. I think I read somewhere the passion's in the heart. I guess that looking inside my head is not the place to start. And as I ride into the night, the future seems so big and bright. If you become a purpose, passion and plan, keeping us connected to this amazing land. 'Cause sometimes it looks like a cloudy day. Sometimes it feels like I lost my way. Sometimes it seems like the car won't drive. Maybe just a flat tire. But this is the question from where I stand, thinking maybe if you don't have plans, we can fill the tire together. Let's drive and drive forever. Breathe it in, air it out. I guess that's maybe just life. Fill it up when it's down. And if you're not busy Saturday, won't you become my wife? I'm looking for purpose, passion and plan, feeling so connected when you hold my hand. You make it shine like a sunny day, always help me to find my way. Whenever I feel like the car won't drive, you remind me it's just a flat tire. Well, here's the question from on my knee. Do you think maybe you could stay with me? Please take my hand. Oh yeah, please take my hand forever. Always remind me it's just a flat tire. 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 One more flat tire.
That's the Sirak Band here for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session at the Summit FM. New album Electric Lemonade is available now, and I want to talk about that. You've had a busy week with this new record being released. Again, you played one of the Divergent Sound Series performances at the Oracle, then the proper album release show there as well. It's got to be a fulfilling feeling now that this whole thing is out, right, Gary? I mean, it's out there in the world now.
Pretty surreal. You know, I literally sat in this audience 50 times watching this, and never in my lifetime did I dream that I would be doing this. And then all of a sudden, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then we played with 4 members of the symphony, which was phenomenal. And then last night we just threw a party. So it's been a, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come down hard on this one after.
Well, let me ask you about that, because, you know, the Divergent Sound Series with the Canton Symphony has been going on for quite some time, you know, inviting local artists to perform with the symphony and sort of, in doing that, I've seen that whole series a number of times myself, and it's interesting how I'm no musician, but you have to rework and rearrange some of these songs to fit in with those symphonic pieces. And was that a bit of a challenge for you, or did it come natural for you? How'd that go?
I'm going to defer that to Paul.
Okay. Well, it was great because I don't know his last name, but Kevin Kevin Martinez really just took the record and then that we had finished and created string arrangements that would complement the album.
Kevin being the lead conductor for
he
the
was
symphony?
the lead conductor or the composer.
Composer.
He's an arranger, and he
the-
would arrange for the two violins, the viola, and cello. So really, it was great because I like arranging strings and doing that stuff too. But it was wonderful for me as a music composer to hear what his take was and the additions that he added to the music.
Yeah.
So it was really, we'd never practiced with them. We didn't even know
We didn't even know what he arranged
what he wrote
until
and
we
how
got
it was
there.
until we're sitting there and you hear and I'm like, oh wow, that was beautiful, and you get distracted, but because it was different than what we were used to. But it was really a treat, and the players were fantastic.
So in that way, then it's they create that different arrangement, and is it a challenge for you to sort of adapt to it and do your normal songs to that, or has it come easy for you?
It was pretty it was pretty easy, but
Yeah.
we had already been set to a certain tempo because we played to the record. So what was nice about it was it was very uniform, and it was just the surprises coming in the ear monitors of the strings and how they were playing. So it was gorgeous. So I can't wait to actually hear it as a listener versus a participant.
Right.
And just kind of take a listen to how beautiful his arrangements were, because I think they were really fantastic.
That is really cool. And you mentioned too, like that you found out about it, like you didn't know what to expect going in.
We didn't. In fact, we were not sure if it was going to mess us up in any way, or that we were going to have to leave out parts. But they wrote around everything that we did.
Yeah.
And it just blended right in. And the only, like Paul said, it was like the distraction of like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I don't even know what to do. That part happened. But other than that, it just worked. We had a 2-hour rehearsal and we were done in like an hour because they are just that good.
Gary, what did you think of the whole process, the whole exercise?
I was an innocent bystander. I just watched and listened, and I was floored. It was so cool to hear the songs to the strings. And literally at points I'd be standing at there looking at everybody saying, wow, am I doing this? It was nice.
Well, and
Really
you mentioned
nice.
it, Gary. I mean, that album release party, that album release concert at the Oracle you threw a party. What was the best part of that? How'd that whole night go for you?
Really well. We had a loaded audience, mostly friends. So that works really well when you're playing in front of people that already like you, but it was really nice. And the Oracle's a great venue. If you haven't been there, it's a wonderful music venue. So highly recommend it.
Well, that must have been a good time. Again, it's been a busy week here, and culminating in this, a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session with the G. Sirak Band. The new album, Electric Lemonade, is available now. Let's do another song, guys. What do we have next?
Well, we got the 3 a.m. blues. So we're going to do a blues. Now, hearing a quartet of strings do the blues was interesting.
I'll bet it was.
But do you want to talk about the 3 a.m. blues? Or
Sure.
Just a little nugget?
Yeah, so I wake up 3 a.m. one morning, and I'm wide awake, and I can't go back to sleep. And I have this song in my head, and it's not going away. So finally I said, okay, I lose. I get up, I grab a notebook and a pen that sit by my bed, and I walk in the bathroom, don't turn the lights on, and I just start writing down these words that are in my brain, and I write them down, flip the page, write and write. And then finally it was done, and I said, I went back to bed. I was like that. I wake up in the morning, go in the bathroom, I look at my notebook, I can't read any of it. I mean, none. But I have a person who works with me who's been able to translate all my songs, and her name is Nikki, and I gave them to Nikki in the morning, and I said, I so apologize for this. She said, what is this? I said, I have no idea. And I couldn't remember any of it, and she said, well, let me see what I can do. She's amazing. She took hieroglyphics and turned them into the 3 a.m. blues. Anyway, she came over and says, this is a really good song. I had no idea.
3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm wide awake. My thoughts keep on rolling, my brain won't take a break. Gotta go back to sleep, but my head won't stop. Yeah, chopping up my thoughts keeps them spinning like guitar. Did I miss a clue? Did I miss the call? Did I read birds unsaid? Did I say anything at all? So I switched on the light. Now a song's in my head. I better write it down quick, then crawl back into bed. Got the 3 o'clock in the morning blues, and Lord knows I don't know why. I'm supposed to see starlight when I look up at that pitch black sky. I check the tube, see what's going on. Some young dude tells me, drink this, you'll be strong. I gotta flip that channel and find me some news. But of course that just exasperates my 3 in the morning blues. And now I got a headache watching all my favorite teams lose. But at least my song got finished with the help of the 3 a.m. blues.
Very good. The Sirak Band, and a song that we can all relate to. We've all been there. Yeah. Waking up in the middle of the night, you can't fall back asleep. I hate that. So what do you do? It's true. The best thing is don't just lay there, get up and do something. And Gary literally turned that into a song. There you go. So Gary, you mentioned you've seen a bunch of Studio C sessions here in this room and at our old location. And now you're part of one, which has got to be a full circle moment for you. Just out of curiosity, you've been a longtime supporter of this radio station and, been a big part of what we do here and helped with what we do here. I'm just going to put you on the spot. Out of all the Studio C sessions that you've seen here, what has been the most memorable one for you?
Whoa, that's tough. David Gray was amazing.
Yeah.
Gomez, they were really good. Katie Tunstall.
Yes.
There's just so many. I mean, you get people with Grammys up here performing in the size of a crowd, and I just say, wow, this is way cool. Why aren't more people doing this? Yeah, it's pretty special. So I think Linda and I have probably seen 50 shows. I mean, it's just one of those things we've been doing for so long, and it's just a big part of being on this radio station and being part of it. It's a huge perk.
It is. It is the number 1 member benefit perk, and it's cool for us too to have these, local musicians, but also national touring acts come through here. We're kind of used to it because we do this all the time, but sometimes, like when David Gray showed up, or like you said, KT Tunstall. I remember when the band Spoon came here, 8 years ago? I mean, and the Pixies, like there's a buzz amongst us and in the room and the whole energy. It is a real thing, and it's pretty special. And and with that, that's what public radio does for its members. And it's been a rough year for public radio, but you've always been a supporter of the Summit. What does public radio mean to you, specifically us here at the Summit FM?
Well, all I'll say is last night we collected money, I don't know how much, at the door. Anyone who came in made a donation to the radio station. That was part of the deal. You want to come in, put a few bucks in the box. I didn't get to count the money, but I'm sure it's over $10, so we're good. The radio station matters. I mean, I tell people, I have 2 radio stations that I listen to. The one that broadcasts Cleveland Indians, or Guardians, excuse me, and you, and that's it. And when I come home, I push the button because they're not playing baseball now, so it's what goes on the radio.
Well, thank you very much for those kind words, Gary. I mean, like I said, you've been a long-time supporter, and we appreciate you very much here at this radio station. And it's really cool to see you up here doing this. The G. Sirak Band, part of a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session. The new album, Electric Lemonade, is available now. I hear the title track is what we have next. Let's do that song right now. What do you say?
Yeah, sounds great.
We will do that. And, it's not fair that we have a husband and a wife up here and 2 brothers up here. Mm-hmm. We need a father and a son.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Max Sirak is going to join us for this title track of our new album, Excellent Lemonade.
Lemonade.
The man in the pop-up lemonade stand calls out to you. Hey man, you need to get out of the sun. There's so much fun to do. It's the best in the land, and I make it by hand. So come into the shade and try my excellent lemonade. My excellent lemonade. I start with the perfect fire lemon and add sugar to taste. Sugar, sugar. And blend it with the purest water in the land. Not an ounce to waste. Then I add a magical drop of good luck. It only costs $1. The first sip, you'll start an amazing trip with my excellent lemonade. My excellent lemonade.
A trip of a lifetime, an experience you'll never forget. Excellent lemonade, fresh and cool. You'll feel like you just jumped into a frost water pool. No tricks, no games, and nothing to worry about. Just an experience of a lifetime that'll never run out.
Sip 2 and you'll see a maze of shades.
Your third sip takes you to a peaceful place.
An array of colors,
Incredible
just for you.
grace.
So come to the shade and taste my excellent lemonade. My lemonade is known all over the land. So sip slowly and close your eyes. Made famous by the Rockin' G. Sirak Band. Be rewarded with an awesome prize. Fantastic, colorful skies. Man, that lemonade is my oh my. So get out of the heat and come into the shade for some excellent lemonade. My excellent lemonade.
The best in the land. We make it all by hand. The G. Sirak Band, your lemonade stand. The best in the land. We make
Yeah, Max.
Thank you.
There it is. There it is, the title track to the new album from the Sirak Band. That was Electric Lemonade. That album is out now, and this has been a lot of fun, you guys. I mean, there's a lot going on up here. It all works so great together, and just all smiles up here and great songs, and really, really fun. Gary, I want to ask you one last question. You're kind of a fixture. You have your fingerprints on many different things in the Akron Canton area. Again, as a financial planner, you're a supporter of public radio. You're an author. You've had a pretty good, solid career in life up to this point. What thing would you say that you're the most proud of out of all the things that you've been involved with up to this point in your life?
Ooh, that's tough. I will tell you one of the most fun things I've ever done in my entire life, and I've been around a few weeks, this band and doing the songs and listening to that it's just incredible. So I have to say that's really at the top of the fun side. Accomplishments, I got a bunch of those, and they're all cool. But this is different. This is personal and fun, and some of those things were business, which were great. I wrote 3 books. That's pretty cool. And actually, people read some of them. It's unique. I think someone told me we have 20,000 books sold of how to retire and not die. I guess a lot of people don't want to die. So things are going okay. So.
Well, that's great, Gary. And I love that this has become a new chapter for your life. Maybe your next book, How to Survive in a Rock and Roll Band.
How to be an innocent bystander.
Ask Keith Richards.
Yes. I hear that you might have one more song for us. What might that be, guys? What do you have for us here?
Yeah, sure. It's called All About the Snow. And it's good for now that we're getting into the colder season, but there's a bigger meaning to it, as you'll probably get. That when we think about our lives, we recognize that we've only got a finite amount of time here. We need to make the most out of it. So that's what this is about.
Sorry, just needed a hydration. This one's hard to not cry when you play it and sing it, so I'll do my best to not do that. I am watching your footprints in the snow disappear down the path to nowhere, making promises all alone. But how you do it without a care? Where did all the time go? Will we ever know? Maybe it's all about the snow falling slowly as you go. Yeah, we made a great team. All those walks in the park, just holding on to big dreams, hand in the dark. But where did all the time go? Will we ever know? Or maybe it's all about the snow falling softly as you go. You can't hide from the chimes, they will find you every time. Yet there's so much to discover. The world is spinning so fast, I wish that we could make it last. How could I be with another? Well, this too shall pass. Just
feel the beat on the street from somewhere. Karma's meant to last. And for now all seems fair. The future never looks so near. As the ball drops year after year, where did all the time go? Will we ever know? Will we ever know? Or maybe it's all about the snow falling slowly as you go.
Paul and Maria.
That was a lovely song there to wrap things up today. Man, this has been a lot of fun. It's so good to see you, Gary, and to see you up there doing the thing. This was really, really cool, and congrats on the new album release. The album Electric Lemonade is out now. One more hand for the Sirak Band here as part of this Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studios C session.